Okay, so we're up here with the polar bears. Who do we have in here?
Yeah, we have Astra and Lyrica. They're two polar bear twins.
So I saw earlier you put a little bit of a treat in there. It looks like it was covered in ice. What was in that?
We make a variety of different ice treats, are what we call them. We can make them different sizes and shapes to kind of vary the difficulty for the bears. And we'll put anything in there from their base diet, like fish, things like that. But we'll also add their favorite produce items. Lyrica's favorite produce item are sweet potatoes, and Astra's favorite are watermelons and cantaloupe.
Okay, so that's a form of enrichment they have to work at getting.
Kind of elicits those natural behaviors that a polar bear would use of scratching the sea ice, or sometimes you'll actually, if we can make a longer one, they'll actually stand on top of it and use that natural pouncing behavior that they would use to break sea ice to get the seals. And so they'll use that same kind of natural behavior to get to the same food items.
So, but you're saying natural food items. Last I checked, there weren't sweet potatoes out there growing and sea ice.
Yes.
So they like produce.
They do. So polar bears are carnivores, but they are scavengers. So out in the Arctic, and I'm sure you've heard, it's getting a lot more difficult for polar bears to get out to get to seals because of the decrease in ice flows out there. So they are coming in on land and coming into towns and things like that, and they'll actually scavenge in the garbage for anything that they can find. So they are really not too picky, but here we have our vets approve different items that we can try with them for fun and for enrichment to keep every day interesting. Sea ice is vital to polar bears because it's what they use to hunt. So without sea ice, polar bears are not fast enough to catch their prey. Polar bears are not designed to swim really quickly, so if you're trying to catch a seal, you're not going to win. They are designed for swimming quickly, and polar bears are not. So polar bears actually will wait on top of the sea ice. The seals dig what are called breathing holes through the sea ice, and every 5 to 15 minutes, a seal needs to come up for air. So polar bears will find those breathing holes and just sit and stalk them and wait for hours on end, sometimes even days, until a seal comes up to use that breathing hole. Then they'll use their large paws to then grab them out of the sea ice. Or they also have an incredible sense of smell. It's another one of my favorite facts. They can actually smell over a mile away, which is really impressive, and they can smell through the sea ice even when it's to depths of about 6 feet thick. They can still smell through that. The seals will den up from underneath the sea ice and dig a den there and have their pups there. To you or me, if we were walking out on that sea ice, we would have no idea it's there. They'll pounce right down on the sea ice, actually crushing the ice, and then able to grab a seal that way. So without the ice, there's really not a way for polar bears to feed.
How can we help?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And honestly, there's tons of ways to help. But one of the easiest ways is to actually just talk about climate change with people. We're asking and encouraging guests to come up with their own climate story. So it can be something as simple as right here in Washington. I don't know how long you've lived in Washington,
My
but
entire life.
Same. So we've noticed every single summer it's getting warmer and warmer each summer. That's an example of climate change. So things like so simple as that. And then you talk about that with your friends and your family, and it gets everybody to just kind of acknowledge that climate change is happening. And then together as a group, we can find other ways to go out in our communities and help combat climate change.
What do these two polar bears mean to you?
Not only are they great individuals, and I'm learning them, and we're learning each other and creating that keeper-bear bond, they also, I think, really represent what's going on in our world and what's going on with climate change. I think they're really great ambassadors for everyone that comes here and gets to see them and how incredible they are. Really create that kind of empathy to want to help out all of the wild polar bears out there.
Awesome. Thank you for showing me the polar bears. Are we heading somewhere else now?
Yeah, we're going to go check out our two walruses now.
Walruses? Okay,
Yes.
lead the way.